or not.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this StarCraft 2 cast. My name is Isomer SC, aka Rob, and I'm going to be bringing you this game between SMI Logic, who plays for the CSL team University of Chicago, against Chrysalis, who is a Protoss player for the team University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. And this is a playoff match, so there will be two 1v1s and a best of three, and then a 2v2. And if you win all three of those, then the team advances. But if those are split somehow, then it goes to another 1v1, and then if it's split 2-2, it goes to an ace match, and anyone from either team can come in to play a final 1v1. So with me in this cast, I have two of the players from UChicago CSL. First, let's introduce TJ, who is playing as SMI Logic.
Hello.
And then our Protoss player on our CSL team, Irvin, actually didn't get to play a game in this match, so we brought him in to be a PvT analyst on this game. So say hi, Irvin.
Hi,
Alright, so
that's me.
why don't you guys tell us what you think about TVP and PvT on this map?
Okay, I'm the Protoss player. I don't like it on this map because there's a lot of drop space and it's kind of hard to defend your third against a lot of medevacs and drops because if they walk up in this area between your third and your natural, it's kind of hard to figure out whether they're going to go for an attack on one of your bases or if they're just going to load everything up and drop it. But I hear it is good for link obs all in against Terran if you do it on one base. So, but I don't really like the all in, so I don't like this map.
Okay, and TJ, what do you think about TVP on Antiga?
Uh, I think if you go one base playing Stalker all in, as Irvin said, it's pretty ridiculously good. Um, it's just like you have to build a bunker in your main usually, or else you die. Um,
Should do that more.
yeah, I should do that more. Um, for Protoss, I think it's pretty bad because sometimes you lose to like if you like drop like your whole army uh, at the ramp between the main and the natural while the Protoss army is at the natural and they're just not paying attention, then the Protoss just loses automatically. And you can sort of use that positioning also at the third sort of, where you can abuse like the ramp. So it's good for Terran, like
So
non-one base.
he got a zealot then a sentry, which is kind of interesting because you usually get a stalker.
Yeah.
But sentry first. I think you cut production from the gateway for a little bit if you're doing it off one gas like he is. But I guess you can attack with floodgates better. Get more sentry energy.
Yeah, it's true.
People don't like stalkers. I don't like stalkers. I think they're a waste of money.
Stalker, like not getting a stalker is pretty risky though, because what if the Terran goes like some kind of cheese?
I don't know if he scouted. No, he didn't.
No, he hasn't scouted.
So I just assumed
Yeah.
that it was a one rack expand, which it is. Uh, okay.
Yeah, so
TJ's
for
playing.
Terran right now, we have a 1 Rax expand, and he goes command center, then he goes Raxes, and then he goes gases. And he throws a bunker up. He might throw a second or a third bunker up to defend against some gateway pressures. And Protoss went for a 1 gate fast expand, and he followed it up with just his gas and his 2 gateways. So pretty standard play out of both players, right?
Yeah. A note on this gateway business. I know Naniwa and Sase sometimes skip their stalker, but they usually get two zealots out of the gateway before the sentry instead of one zealot then a stalker. They get like zealot, zealot, sentry, sentry, which is like it gives you more units if they all in, obviously, but also you don't cut production from the gateway, so it's more efficient. I mean, just kind of interesting. I guess I like efficient builds, but I don't think it matters too much.
Alright, so now we have a pressure coming out of Chrysalis. He's got like 3 sentries and 3 zealots right now, and he's about to have another warping round. What do you guys think of this pressure? Do you think it's going to be able to do anything?
I guess we'll see.
Maybe a little bit because he's got a bunker and he didn't really cut units.
Yeah.
but I don't know.
So TJ has not seen this coming yet. He's building a second bunker. He's got a concave here come in. The Zealots and sentries are force fielding behind the bunker. The SUVs cannot access the bunker and it goes down instantly. But a lot of units are behind the force fields. And the Zealots are all dead now, so Protoss has to fall back.
It's pretty good control, I think. He didn't lose any sentries. I always lose my sentries when I do this, so I lose.
Those poor SUVs.
So he didn't
So
actually
much loss
kill.
of money.
He didn't actually kill any workers in that
Really?
engagement.
Oh, well, I guess it was pretty much an even trade,
Yeah.
but just scouting 5 SCVs in. I guess it did get TJ to delay his factory by 200 gas,
Yeah.
because he's bad at multitasking.
Oh god.
Just kidding, it's way better than me. But also, Protest's tech is delayed as well, so...
Yeah.
Because usually if you usually do a gateway pressure and you don't kill a fair amount of workers, then usually they can do a lot of damage with medevacs because their tech won't be as delayed as yours. But in this case, it's maybe better for Protoss because their tech is both delayed and medevac timing is basically the scariest thing, I think, in PvP. So if that's delayed, then it's better for Protoss.
Yeah, also Chrysalis went immediately for the Robo Bay. I think like around the same time he built the observer, so like pretty much right when his Robo finished.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's getting Blink.
Yeah, that too.
So what do you guys think of the blink versus charge? Is that just like a map dependent thing or a stylistic thing?
Um, I think you have to have good control to use Blink. So I get
Yeah.
Charge. Like MC always gets Blink. Like he does the same exact thing every game, almost. He just gets like Blink, 6 gates, then uh, 2 more gates, Templar, expand, etc. Because
Yeah.
he's good at controlling, but it's because Stalkers are just god awful in a straight up fight. They do 6 damage per shot.
Mhm.
Zealots do twice the DPS, over twice the DPS, I think, of a Stalker. So basically, Blink is good if you can multitask and harass their units while they're walking across the map, and it's good for making them not want to drop. But those are all dependent upon good control.
Yeah. I mean, Blink Stalkers are really amazing at just like if the Terran tries to do some kind of cute drop play and you just snipe them at the back, then it's like a
Makes them really
huge loss.
sad.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much going to be a standard timing for a scan, right? Or did you already just scan recently?
I
I spotted the Robo Bay,
so
and
he's got the second
yeah.
airport.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I noticed that you are getting an early second starport. That's just to respond to the early Robo Bay, right?
Yeah, I hadn't even started Viking production, so
Yeah. So what what do you think about like getting 4 medevacs? Is that like a really risky move in this situation?
yeah, I think so. Like I guess I didn't expect Chrysalis to have like he already has his like second Colossi out before I have any Vikings out, so that's pretty insane.
Yeah. So you definitely benefited from getting the
Yeah,
earlier
I
Vikings.
also scanned the middle of the map right when he moved out, so or right when he was moving across it, so I was like, oh shit. Yeah, two Vikings versus uh two Colossi, and I think he has a third Colossi on the way maybe. Yeah. So this is a pretty scary push from the Protoss, and he's actually floating a lot of money. Like he might do a huge warp in.
Just floodgates, dude. It's cool.
Yeah. So Protoss is posturing at the natural base of TJ. He's trying to find a good angle. But I think his intention the entire time was to blink into the main, so he's able to get TJ out of position. He's kicking off these add-ons right now, and this is a hairy situation for TJ right now. This blink-in could do a lot of damage. He doesn't want to reveal the blink yet. He's saving that. Did you know that there was blink right now, TJ?
No, I didn't. Oh, there he does it.
Oh, and here's
Yeah,
the blink.
he doesn't force field the Templar. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah, he needs
Like,
to force field right here.
Right here.
yeah,
Oh, and his sentries are going back. So TJ manages to slip up. The Vikings are doing a ton of damage to these Colossus. The Colossus are falling rapidly, and the bio is just evaporating these Stalkers. The Immortal and the Zealots on the low ground can't help as much as they need to. The Colossus has fallen, and this is going to be cleaned up by TJ once these rounds of production come out. And he's got 2 bunkers, so this is definitely going to be the end of that pressure for Chrysalis.
That was pretty scary, but I think he could have done some things differently for us. Because like the idea was really good. Because as we mentioned before, Blink is good on this map because you can kind of just, it's for the same reasons that medevac pressure is good against Protoss, because you can kind of step in front of the natural and then just go into their main. But in this case, his sentries, I assume they were on the same hotkey. I actually don't know if they were. Right now he has one hotkey with 21 units and one hotkey with his only sentry left, but in any case, he didn't do it on full shield properly, which would have basically won him the battle, for sure. Like, if you got a War Prism and then maybe essentially the War Prism, it's way easier to full shield when you've got your army in the same place, as opposed to if you've got, like, parts on the low ground as the sentries. Because then you have to worry about if they're in range for force shields and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's true. I also feel like the Stalker control was like, I feel like he could have controlled them a little bit better. They just like ended up getting shredded by the bio, and the Colossi like were left to die to the Vikings.
So you think he could have been target firing the Vikings a little bit better?
I think he could have been target firing the Vikings, and he could have, like, as Irvin said, force fielded such that like my bio couldn't just like wreck the Stalkers.
Yeah. So what's your game plan like moving forward right now? Are you just waiting for what are you waiting for, pretty much?
Just like macroing out, cause like at this point, when the Protoss like doesn't hit you with an attack like that, you know that you're ahead. So just like playing safe. The Ghost Academy with the upgrade to make sure that like I don't die to high tempo.
Yeah, so your timing right now is going to look pretty deadly. I mean, he doesn't have any upgrades and you have 1-1. He's got charge, but it's only halfway done, so you might be able to hit before that. And
Yeah,
I think he did go Templar, but he doesn't really have the Storm, so and he doesn't even have Archons yet, so
This is scary because he's got a bunch of Vikings, and at this point, if there's a bunch of Vikings, they can basically kill the Colossus before the Colossus get to do enough damage, unless you're awful with your bio control. And
yeah,
then, so you kind of need Storms, or at least a lot of Archons.
so he's just warping it. So this seems like a bit of a mistake. Like he's warping in his High Templar pretty late into the game. I feel like he could have a better Archon count. He's only getting his first 2 right now.
yeah.
Also, is he getting Storm?
No,
He could
he's
have
not.
gotten Storm if he was
Alright, so TJ
Yeah,
has taken out the rocks at the third.
almost complete with Chrono Boost.
Chrysalis is moving in. Looks like there's a pause. The Colossus just gets evaporated. It gets only 2 or 3 shots off before it's completely dead. And now Chrysalis has moved back and allowed TJ to get onto this third base, high ground, and now Chrysalis has to go up this ramp.
This is pretty terrible. He's just stacking them into
Oh my god, and that Colossus dies instantly. The bio is totally evaporating. The Zealots trying to come up the ramp. The Vikings have landed, adding more DPS. The Marauders are just wrecking these Blink Stalkers. And TJ wins that engagement really handily.
I also don't like that map feature. Probably, I don't know. It's a bit difficult to control, so it's hard for people like me. But if you have ranged units standing kind of like if you see the ramp to the third base, like just above that ramp, if you have ranged units there, then for melee, for like zealots to engage, they have to go all the way up the ramp and around, which means there's more time where the zealots are running around, not hitting units, and then B, it also means you get crappy surface area once you actually get up the ramp. And it's kind of true for roaches as well, because I don't know. I guess that's not really the case for roaches, but because of the layout of that third, you can get flanked by roaches. And against Terran, they've got range units, you've got melee units. So that's another thing I don't really like about the map. But in this case, I think he definitely should have just backed off, sacked the base. So if you engage up there, you lose for sure. If you sack your base, well, you probably still lose, but you lose later.
Yeah.
And maybe you get storms off and kill their entire army for free.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right about that. And what do you have to think about this game, TJ?
I think that like one big engagement early with the Blink Stalker and the Quasi was a really good chance to like basically like kill me, but at the very least like force me to pull LCVs and do a lot of damage.
Yeah, yeah, gotcha. Well, thank you guys so much for providing your analysis and expert commentary on this match. I hope that everyone has enjoyed. We are going to be casting other CSL matches from last year and from next year, hopefully. So check out the UChicago StarCraft YouTube channel for those. And feel free to send us feedback and come to the meetings for sure. So
I'd like to
this,
point out that TJ has 48 SCVs on the mineral patches in his main and his natural, and there are a total of 1,000 minerals left.
It's worth it.
Yeah, good saturation.
yeah, he's really saturated. He wants to finish off those minerals. That's more important to him than getting more total. He's being very thorough. Okay, well, thanks so much, guys, for watching this replay, and check out our channel for a lot more.
I will. Thank you.